ISO, the name indicates that International Standard Organization, that is the abbreviation you know. But it has been taken from the Greek word. It is not just abbreviation, it means equality. If they follow ISO, that means there is an equality applicable to all organizations. We cannot make partiality in the audits. So this is a state of standard to reduce adverse impact. It is an environmental conscious quality of management system. Basically, there are series of standards. So which I will discuss 14,001, 2, 3 like that. And it has been started from 1996. ISO standard I have given in detail, the historic detail in module 1 I have given. ISO is been started 1996 and most recently revised in 2015. Adopting the standards. If they follow ISO standard, that does not mean the company will not harm the environment. It just indicates that they follow the process of environmental management policy. There is no strict standards are there. The given here. Companies also get ISO certified, and adopting ISO standard is strictly optional. No company will be forced to get ISO. It is a concern. It is not mandatory. And companies can get what if your company follows environmental management standards, you will get a certificate. More than 4 lakh organizations around the world have this ISO 14,000 certification. Now, how many standards are there? ISO 14,001 and 2 specifies environmental management system. ISO 14,004, this I have not discussed in previous modules. 14,004 stands for guideline standard, and 14,015, 16 and 17, these 3 standards are there. In module 4, these 3 standards will be discussed. This standards gives the guideline for environmental auditing related activities, how to audit. It has been given in 14,015, 16, 17, these 3 code books. Then 20, 21 and 24, eco-labeling. Ecological labelings are available. 30, 31 is environmental performance evaluation, and 40 and 43 is life cycle assessment. What are the guidelines for 14,001? It contains environmentally, they are doing a sound business, considers product manufacturing process, the family of standard of ISO 9000. This is what I said. ISO 9000 is called a family of standards for quality management system. There is a difference. It is an overall guide, just it gives the ethical management system. There should be ethics for industry. That ethics is given in EMS. The 14,000 and 14,001 is a handbook for organization to minimize environmental impact. Now, next thing is EMS. Process, how it starts. First is environmental policy. Organization should have a policy. They should write. Then they should plan accordingly, implement, checking, management review. Again policy should come, not continual improvement. Continual improvement should be at center. Continuous improvement will happen in policy. Continuous improvement will happen in planning, in every aspect like that. It drive in continuous improvement. This is what the difference. The environmental management system is a systematic way. All the organizations should follow this process. Key elements, a snapshot. The policy is a set of framework planning action, how they plan. That is why they have to disclose the planning actions, which are policies. Now, next one is environmental aspect. Second thing, how the key elements will be here is, first one is environmental policy, which I have explained now. Next one is planning, like that it goes. Then environmental aspect, what are the aspects covered by an industry? This will be identified and attributes of the products, key attributes of the products. During a college, how they review is, how much student got passed in last year exam, they will question. In college auditing, they ask that 100 students taken for your department, how many students passed last year? That is the attribute. Passing is an attribute. how many students placed. Placement is an attribute. So an organization will be asked question like that. If they are consuming 100 kg of sand, they ask that how much sand is being distributed to a single company. They produce jewelry. Take an example. They produce 20 kg of jewelry per year. After manufacturing that, how much kg of jewelry is being sold in a year, that they will ask. These are all called what? Attributes. So how many attributes they are going to check for the product? Significant impact they will check. Legal and other requirements. Does the company follows the laws and regulations of the government? Which government implies environmental law? Either state government or central government? Both. Yes, both will provide, but whose regulation you will follow? In a state government is more powerful. Why? Because you check the environmental policy. The central government provides the power to state government. That is why you have State Pollution Control Board. Yes or no? You have Central Pollution Control Board, then State Pollution Control Board. When any organization in Bangalore, they are coming for audit, either they will come from central government or state government. And if 5 environmental auditors are coming, 1 people will be from central government, 4 people from the state government. And the state government people have the power to audit everything. Whatever they are auditing, the central government person will keep a note on that. And he will give an input that either auditing has happened as per central government standards. The legal requirements also they will check. Not only Central Pollution Control Board will be distributing the powers, they will check at each and every aspect, as well as the control what they adhere. Objectives and targets. The company will be setting objectives. This year we have consumed 100 units, 100 megawatts of power. Next year, what is our objective and target? This they will set. Regarding environmental aspect only, they will set how much power they consumed, how much water they consumed. So next year target they will make. So last year we have consumed non-renewable energy of 100 watts. This year they have to set a standard that we have to consume only 80 megawatt. Like that they have to set standards for establishing environmental goals one by one. Next one is environmental management program. Program is they have to provide any key feature. Example, they can provide a eco-friendly products in their canteen. Every industry has some canteen, no? In their canteen they can ban plastic. That is a program that we do not provide plastic bags in our organization. From that program, they make all organic products. MNCs, they only sell organic product. Inorganic product will not be there. That is their program. So like that, environmental management program has some action plan. They can make this kind of program to achieve the objectives. Structure and responsibility. They will appoint some people and will be given as a responsibility that you have to take care on the objectives, what are the targets given and how to be monitored. Some responsibility will be given to the people. Training and awareness. After giving responsibility, every employee should be given a training. Management program will be there. Have you seen number of MNC organization, they will take their employees for some vacations. Have you seen? This is also one of the program of EMS. If they are not following, they will be not getting a good quality. There is an indirect objective also for all the industry. They have to take their employees for some program. They have to give their activities. They should train there. There will be no recreation activity for 24 hours. 1 hour will be there as a company oriented activity. And then they will set other recreational activities. So this is also training, awareness, competence. So this will be trained and given for the organizations. Communication, how to communicate through EMS documentation. Documentation is you have to document for every year and it has to be preserved. That is called documentation. Maintaining information is a key role. If an organization is existing in 2024, it should have the environmental documents of 2020. It should have before 2010 also they should have documentation. Document control should be effectively managed, procedure, operational control, how they manufacture product, what operations they provide is operation control, and it should compile with policy, objective and targets. Emergency preparedness. If anything goes wrong, there should be a option to recover. Have you seen when you are climbing the staircase, do you see fire extinguisher? Why they are providing that? Emergency preparedness. During, in case of fire, what to do? That is called emergency preparedness. In case of any emergency, they provide additional staircase. Have you seen in every shopping malls, they will be having staircase, but they will not use. Even though why they are providing staircases, in shopping malls you have escalators, no? You have lift. How many of the people use staircase? They will not use staircase majorly. But even though why they are providing, have you seen nearby all lift you will be having a staircase? Why? Because it is a policy that during any emergency, the electrical is shut down. What will happen? The escalator will stop, the lift will stop. There is another option called staircase. That is why there should be always an emergency preparedness. Monitoring of key activities. Not all activities, but key activities they have to monitor, and periodic assessment should be given. If any non-confirmation is there, there might be some deviations that they have to draft it and then they have to make corrective action. Records should be kept. Then EMS audit. Periodic audit should be there in organization. Finally, management should review this. Yes. Benefits. What are the benefits we get by applying environmental management system? Is reduction of environmental impact, improved reputation. If any organization have ISO certification, they have higher reputation. They have certain brand, lower risk of fines. There will be no fines or lower risk if the organization have this certificate. Reduction of waste will be there, draws more customers. The customers, when they buy a product, they will check that you are having a feedback system is well or not. When you want to purchase products online, how many options are there? You have Amazon, Flipkart, earlier you had eBay, etc. But why people mostly opt Amazon is maximum you prefer Amazon. Why? Because their feedback and their monitoring tracking is fine when you compare to Flipkart. When you compare Amazon and Flipkart, those who are giving good post product facilities, that organization the people choose much higher, draws more customers. So if you provide that EMS system, profit increase credibility and holistic approach. What is holistic approach is? It combines the industry, government, people, all the 3%. So that is what it is, a complete approach. Holistic is called a complete approach. It gives improved employee morale, resource conservation. Yes. And last topic of the day's class is barriers of environmental management. If any organization should have EMS, what are the barriers? What stops providing the EMS is lack of legislative support. If any country does not have proper legislation, they will be not having this certification. You check the EMS system in well-developed country, check United Kingdom, Australia, US, most of the company will be having ISO 14000 certification. Next thing is low awareness of EMS, lack of training and education. Why BTU has provided this subject in your curriculum? Because they should provide awareness to the community that EMS should be educated and trained. Lack of top management support, weak environment management culture, organization resistance to change. Organization always should implement a change every year. If they are resisting to change, that is a barrier. Unclear guideline for EMS implementation, lack of knowledge of certifying system. If organization is not having an knowledge, they could hire an environmental auditor. There are auditors are available, so they can hire a environmental auditor and do that. Lack of knowledge certifier system. Environmental friendly technologies are less, limited pressure from stakeholders, etc. So by reading this, you can understand further points.